My name is Robert Valencia. I'm the Vice Chairman for the Pascua Yaqui tribe. I live here on the reservation. I've lived here for about 40 plus years. The tribe is southeast of Phoenix, about 110 miles, and you can get here through I-10, take I-19, Valencia, head west. It's about 5 miles from the freeway. We're about 12 miles from downtown Tucson. In general, the tribe's acreage is about 1,200 acres. It's approximately a square mile. The population of the Pascua Yaqui tribe is about 19,000 tribal members. About 4,500 live on the reservation. The Pascua Yaqui tribe has several communities. The Pascua Yaqui reservation is actually the newest one. We have communities in Barrio Libre, South Tucson, about 8 miles from here. Another major community in what we call Old Pascua now, which is on Grant and I-10. UN Pueblo, which is in the town of Marana. And in Guadalupe, the town of Guadalupe, we have the second highest number of tribal members. We also have community members in Pénjamo, in Scottsdale. And in Hightown, we have a small population there as well. One important note relating to the boundaries is that we have our people here in Arizona, and we also have a population in what is now Mexico. As far as the ancestral boundaries, the size of the area, we think was about 2.5 million acres for our people in what is now Mexico. And here is a much smaller area. And I think it's important to note that our people are very proud of being Yaqui. And no matter if they live here on the reservation or in the Phoenix area or in the general Tucson area, we're all one people. If our people live in what is now Mexico, we're the same people. So we regard ourselves, enjoying the same cultural lifestyle. We are most known for our Easter ceremonies. Pascua actually means Easter. Pascua Yaqui is the government's way of designating that we're from this area. Also, our deer dance and Pascuala have been noted to be very symbolic of the Pascua Yaqui tribe. Our deer dancer is very symbolic. People know, have seen it, respect it well. The tribe's contributions to the culture, the economy around the Tucson area have been pretty significant because of our gaming that we have. We've been able to provide jobs in the construction phases and in the casino, hotel, resort area to a large degree in Tucson. So we are very noted for our business abilities to be able to successfully implement these enterprises. The contributions we make don't end in Tucson. We've made a significant amount of contributions to schools, civic organizations, towns, cities around the Maricopa area, as well as Tucson and other parts of the state. The Wellness Center located here on the reservation is a result of a concern that we had because of the onset of diabetes and the high number of people that are afflicted by this disease. We needed a place where we could carry out exercises and that kind of stuff, but essentially with the whole family. So again, it was important for us to demonstrate that we have an area, that we create an area so that families, entire families, people can get together and exercise where it's not something that's done in isolation. And again, when your own kids see you exercising, well, they're going to be wanting to be there, and so on and so forth. So I think the facility we have is on par with anything else that's available anywhere. And we think, we know that our tribal members deserve the benefit of being able to utilize those services. On the Pascua Yaqui reservation, we do have our gaming site, which is the Sol Casino Resort and Hotel. It's a beautiful facility, our newest being having opened on 11/11/11, which is the resort. I think people that come over are going to be overwhelmed with the the quality of what we have, the services that we have, and the experiences that they'll have in coming over. We welcome anyone to come and visit us and to enjoy what we have, because we feel that it's such a jewel for here, for the Southwest, that people need to come and see it. We also have the Anselmo Valencia Tori Amphitheater, which we tend to think is a world-class amphitheater. Last year we had Rihanna, we've had Alan Jackson, and we have a lot of major stars that essentially Tucson hadn't seen in a while or wouldn't be able to get. The tribe has been fortunate enough where we can bring those acts to Tucson that ordinarily wouldn't be here. What you'll see at the amphitheater is 5,000-seat amphitheater, so you'll be closely involved in the concert itself. The reason we built the amphitheater was because nothing like that really existed here in this area. And the size of it was appropriate for the size market. We knew from the onset that it would be successful, and we have been. Like I say, we had an extraordinary number of acts, anywhere between 30 and 40 acts a year. Our Sol Casino has not only brought employment, which was very difficult in the early years, the development, formation of the tribe. It also has given us an opportunity to look at other things beyond gaming, which we're also building a new human services type of a facility so we can carry on or expand some of the services such as health, language and culture, education, and many others. I would certainly like to invite you to come out to the Pascua Yaqui Reservation. Currently, I'm talking from the UMM Museum. It's a small museum that you can see. You're very welcome to be here, and you can see the history of the tribe, some of the pictures, some of the designs, and some are things that we have for sale. Also, during our Easter ceremonies, you're welcome to here or any of the other Yaqui pueblos. And we welcome them because we learn a lot of things in having visitors from, like I say, all over the world, because we can compare situations, predicaments, and successes, And we learn a lot from those type of interchanges and experiences. And with our language and cultural program, we're starting to see a lot of our tribal people trying to, reacquire the language or better their understanding of the language, which brings the culture, history, and everything else together. So it's really great to see that. I think if any progress that we made economically, we're making some progress in this area, and that's equally as important.